Welcome back to B where I like to waste money and have fun. And we're going to open some more non-flesh and blood stuff. Mainly because I can. No other reason. And I probably won't open a lot of Gundam stuff. Mainly because I'm definitely not gonna play it. It's cool and all, but I don't have the time for another Afro Bandai game. They are very cool, some of these things, but they are very much the same, as in the sense, resource deck and main deck. That is one thing that Riftbound has in common, and where Flesh and Blood is quite unique. And that's why I still probably going to keep going with Flesh and Blood. But again, I like to look at other TCGs and actually see what they're like, because, there's no point in not comparing other stuff and just being, no, I'm not going to do anything else, because that's what Magic players do. They refuse to try and play other TCGs. They're just, nah, this is what I am. I am a Magic the Gathering player, and that's all I'll ever be. So I had a quick look. Let's zoom in a bit. Much like before, the real money is in the LR pluses. There's a bit of money here and there in some, and most of the rest of the money in the pluses. I don't see any massively high, just LRs that are not pluses. Most of the money seems to be quite stuck in all the pluses. It's from what I can tell. Let's go to rarities and just go to LRs in general. There's 12 of them. And yeah, there's not a lot of money in these compared to some of the, what was in the previous ones. There's like LRs that are only like $2. And the highest one is $26, which is quite significant different to the original newtype rising one. But that's not why I'm only going to get the one. It's simply because I just want to have a look at. Again, that'll be just like Riftbound. There will be 3 special cards, pluses in this case, in the box to look out for. Uncommon. So this is a rare. What's this one's called? Sorry, I was just about to have a look at that. Because obviously a lot of the waifu cards are going to be the same. Awakening Powers, so in the plus it's about $20 odd. In this form, probably nowhere near that kind of thing. We have an LR, as I said, probably not a lot of money in that. I can't remember what I had that at. But still, we have our first LR. And they still do look quite nice in terms of their foiling with their little bit of etchedness there going on, so it's always pretty cool. And there's meant to be Epion. So those that love the Epion, there's meant to be a LR plus at the very least, and there's a regular one for the LR. Oh, plus, no, not a plus. It's an LR plus. Sorry, I should know better. We're not going to spend too much time on regular cards. Just a quick look at some of them. Beneath the mask. Yeah, just mainly want to see if we get some big hits. We have a couple of just regular rares, sadly. Rares go there. Resource and others. I don't particularly like this style of packet opening. I almost want to get my scissors out and start opening them. I'm a bit lazy. We're up to uncommons. Yeah, because there's just rare, and I do not really know what that is. I know it's written there, but that is a weird looking resource. Yes, I don't know every Gundam type, so sue me. It's one reason I guess I like Flesh and Blood. I don't have to know everything to enjoy the game. It's got its own universe. Nice little rare. It looks pretty cool there with the GXs. Is that how you say it? I have no idea. We have an LR. Let me just go to random resources. Is this actually Gundam? Or is this looks like a spaceship. Could just be wrong. Probably just don't know the series this one's from. But It still looks cool with its the type of background it has. This one is about a $16 card. This one is like a 70-cent card. So, wah, wah. That's why I'm like, I'm not fussed. Some of these prices are a bit lackluster. Why that is, I couldn't tell you. Maybe the set's just terrible. We have a rare and another rare. And there's the Epion resource. Obviously, you want the LR pluses, even if they're not that great. They're just going to look, they just look, therefore, that much more amazing. Rare resource. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, I'm not feeling as excited already by this set. I will maybe just open one box for every new set that comes out, depending on funds at the time and all that kind of stuff. So we have another LR Zeta Gundam. Let's have a look at its foiling. That was cool with all the robots foiling. Nice little foiling there. Just an LR. Zeta Gundam is worth what? $5.50 or something. So, got one decent hit, and the rest is just chaff. And you never want to see where the EV value of a box is basically purely in its 3 cards, because it means that most of the cards are not playable. It's more just the support cards. And because they're just in the chat, but people want to foil out the decks, they're just hunting those super rare cards. Yes, I'm hunting those super rare cards, but that's just because I like to try and get cool stuff. But if I don't get it, I'm not going to worry about it. You know, there's some waifu stuff in that and this. So I'm not sure if that's one of those pluses that are going to be valuable. Didn't look that hard at it. Some rares. That's another LR. And that's another weird resource. Alien Gundams is what they look like to me. I just like these standard styles. Rebake. So that's cool. I do like the foil. That's one thing I do like about this Gundam stuff is the foiling on the actual LRs. Looks really sick. There you go. Giggity. So uncommon. Last. Rare. No one likes him. He's from the Seed Destiny. What the show could be some. It was kind of meh. Especially when you can, you know, it's just teenage angst. It's just so hard to watch in that format. Hey, you got an LR Plus. That's good. And it's Epion. Maybe I'll send Epion away to get graded. Maybe, maybe not. It looks pretty cool, though. It's Epion. So, I always liked Epion because it was a hand-to-hand combat model versus, but, you know, who didn't like the idea of a dual Gundam, but that's the reason why it was also quite popular. That's pretty cool. So we got one really cool hit. That's on the top end of stuff. Let's go back to my thing. So it's the third most expensive card. That's a US $75 card. So that's a pretty fucking good hit. So we hit near the top. The next one's up to like 300, 350. They're the pluses. So the chance of getting those are pretty low. If I get a plus, I will grade it for sure. If I get an LR plus ever, I'll definitely grade it. But that's probably never going to happen. So I'm probably not saying that I will or won't yet. I'm not sure. Oh, we got rares. I mean, I've got 2 new type boxes sitting there. I could always open them just for the fun of it and see if I get something really cool to try and grade. But that's a lot of effort. And I don't really want to open them. If I get bored between now and the end of the year and start running out of boxes, I will open them. We have rare. Looks pretty cool. Pilot rare there. Flit is his name. Bob Bob. We're going for our rare, and he has our rare plus. He looks like a. No one likes him, so he's obviously a fucking duke off. But still might be worth something. Let's have a little look. See. If it was one of the girls ones, be definitely worth. One of the female rares, alternate art, definitely worth something. Some guy that looks like a bit of a girly, but isn't. Still $10 though. So 10 US ain't too bad. It's not too bad, but that's an LR and an R, so I think we're just down for our resource left. I think it's only our resource we can grab. We could still get a plus resource, but that's about it. I don't even know if there's plus resources in this one, but I didn't see that. From the series with Barbados, The Orphans, I have watched that one. That was pretty cool, to be quite fair. Yep, so if that had been the LR plus, that would have been like a 20 or something dollar card, but still, it's not a nothing. I'm assuming most of the female, if they're not pilots, they're super useful support cards, and that's why they're there. We have Yold Rares. Still nothing else. I don't know, some of these Gundams, I obviously don't know them. I don't think they're that interesting. Some of the designs are just kind of... I wonder if some of these are just from comics. Sorry, manga. I should know better. I don't know why I said that, but... we had the actual regular Epion here. Obviously nowhere near as fancy. Oh no, that's not. It just looked darker because of the big colours in the video. This is the Verasco. I thought it was another Epion just because of the beam saber and the colour of the armor. I didn't even look at it properly. But that's alright. What is that? Is that worth anything? Forward. Forward again. Yeah, I know. We're taking some time, but we're not. We're actually taking a lot less time than we took on our Riftbound box. But you know, that's life. Let's not dwell on the too much on it. Whatever. What was it? It's an LR, so boop and resource. Verasco. So there is no standard. Oh no, there isn't a standard Epion. It just does not look like the Epion at all. That's why I got it confused. Well, whatever. Apologies, Gundam fans. That's just how it goes. Don't obsessively watch everything, but you know, there are some things I watch. I just don't have the time to watch everything, or do everything, play everything. So, give me. We have our last chase card for the box. This weird ass looking one. Yay! Weird ass looking resource for the win. So that's our 3 hits. We got one really good one. We got an LR plus. The top range one, and it does look pretty good. So it's attempting to grade just because it does look pretty cool. We do have some rares, and here it is. This is the Epion. Yeah, see, because it's got all the black armor on there, more highlighted in this, it doesn't look like. That's why I got the confusion between that and the Verasco. Because, to me, they all look very much the same. But that does look epically more badass with all the extra colouring in the background. So, That's why I'm thinking of grading it, because it does look pretty fucking epic. But I'm not saying I will, because grading cards, unless it's like a plus, I'm like, is it really worth it? Because then I'm depriving potentially someone buying it off me and putting it in their decks and being, ooh, how cool is this? And you know, these things are pretty cool. Tall geese, that was a cool part of the thing, and I've just put another rare at the bottom because it didn't look very shiny. That doesn't look shiny at all. Is this even really foil? I think it's just the background that's got a foil in that, and everything else is dullard. Whatever. Alright, we're going to go in a more high pace and just get these packs opened. A Gundam X and a, what were they ever, what are they? I don't even know what that's from. Hammond. Don't know. Sorry. I could look it all up, but I'm not gonna. I don't think anyone cares right this second. Let me look it all up. Raya, and we have another LR, the Gundam Chimaris. And it's kind of cool. It's got like, looks like a lance. That's pretty cool. Gundam's fucking lancing each other, but it's worth fucking less than the green boat. So obviously it must be shit. I think the main one for this is the Barbatos. Is sort of what's happening. I do have the two newer starter decks. I will open them soon and see if I get anything cool in the pack, but not today. Not today. I might even wait till I get more. They're just boring rares. Last pack, ladies and gentlemen. There will be more Flesh and Blood to come. Don't you worry about that, ladies, boys and girls. This is just... I saw this and I was like, yeah, I want to open at least one more box. We got one final LR, and it is the what is it? The Psychotic Gundam? Psycho Gundam? That's about a $10 card, so and that's US. So we got one really cool, epic fucking hit, and everything else was a bit mid. But by the looks of it, this set is kind of mid and a little bit dull. The only thing I could have hit better than this was, the only thing I could hit higher than this is if I also got another cool waifu card, or a LR++, but to get the top end LR+, ain't no shabby thing. Go Epion. Anyway, let me know if you even give a flying fuck about this Gundams. If you don't, I might stop adding them once I run out of it and keep it to a minimum. But I still like to just, roll the dice every now and then. Anyway, let me know what you think. Is Gundam even worth opening, playing, caring about? Let me know what you think about in the comments below. And that's all the time we got for this particular episode of B. I'll catch you next time. Bye.